ओके सो हेलो हाय नमस्कार मेरा नाम है प्रशल वर्वाइक आई एम ए केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग ग्रेजुएट फ्रॉम VNIT and currently working with Godrej Industries. So in today's class we will be having our third lecture on chemical reaction engineering, where we will be starting with a new topic called pseudo steady state approximation. It is called PSSA, pseudo steady state approximation. Steady state approximation. Okay, so I told you there is a formation of intermediate in reaction, and I also explain you the types of intermediate over there, right? So intermediate may be it is ions, or it may be free radical, or it may be transition state complex, or it may be any compound in reaction such as A gives B gives C. So here B is a B is called as a intermediate, right? Okay, and I also told you this intermediate has very short lifespan. As soon as it form in reaction, it gets consumed, right? So it is unstable. So in pseudo steady state approximation, what it tells actually, it says rate of formation of intermediate, rate of formation of intermediate is equals to 0. So suppose if I am considering X star as an intermediate, so what will be an equation? D by dt of X star is equals to 0. This is pseudo steady state approximation. Questions has already asked on this topic in previous year GATE. So I'll also take one example. This is example from Octavian's bill, and I'll give you an homework on GATE. So which one question was there which I has already asked. So I'll be writing a question. Okay. So question is, we have given one reaction N2O5 give, wait a minute. Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Okay, so write down this question. Sorry for I had a call, so I received that just now. Okay, so write down the question. By K1 we are moving in forward direction, by K2 we are getting backward direction. NO2 plus here we are getting NO3 star. Okay, and I have told you how to write the equation, rate equation for reactions. Okay, so you need to apply this principle here. It is giving by K3 NO star. Such questions asked in GATE for 2 marks, right? Then third one is NO star plus we have NO3 star giving us using K4, so twice NO2, right? Okay, so here it is given we have 3 reactions are given, out of which one is a reversible, so total 4 steps are there, and we need to prove first order it is a first order decomposition of, prove that it is first order decomposition of N2O5. Okay, so in GATE what generally ask is, they are asking you whether it is first order, whether it is second order or any order. Okay, so they are asking this order, and in this question I am telling you to prove, right? So here we are proving that is the first order reaction, but in GATE it is asked which order reaction it is with respect to this decomposition of N2O5. Okay, so here one assumption is given. We need to assume K2 NO2 is very less as compared to twice of K3, right? This is our assumption. Okay, so how will you proceed here? Whenever solution I'll write here, whenever you see this kind of star, you consider it as an intermediate. So intermediate, here it is intermediate and this intermediate. So how many intermediates are there? Anyone? Intermediate. Okay, 2 intermediate. Which one? First is NO3 star and second is NO star. Okay, so what pseudo steady state assumption is telling us, rate of formation of this NO star and rate of formation of this NO3 star is equal to 0, right? This is our pseudo steady state approximation. So here we have given first order decomposition of N2O5. So first write down the equation for decomposition of N2O5. Rate of decomposition of N2O5. So what will be the equation? It is minus R N2O5, right? Is equal to, please write down the equation. What will be the equation?
K1 N2O5 minus K2 NO2 NO3 star.
Okay. Everybody got the answer? K1 N2O5 minus K2 NO2 into NO3 star, right? This is equation. Anyone has any problem while writing this? This is our equation, right? We need to prove this is first order reaction. First order reaction. Okay, so how I write this? Here you can see we need to write the equation for decomposition. Okay, so in decomposition reaction, here you can see डिकम्पोजिशन के लिए राइट कर रहे हैं, तो जहाँ पे डिकम्पोजिशन होगा वो पॉजिटिव आएगा. डिकम्पोजिशन कहाँ पे हो रहा है? K1 के डायरेक्शन में डिकम्पोजिशन हो रहा है, एंड प्रोडक्शन कहाँ पे हो रहा है? K2 के डायरेक्शन में. तो अगर डिकम्पोजिशन के लिए लिख रहे हैं और डिकम्पोजिशन हो रहा है, दैट मीन्स इट इज पॉजिटिव, एंड अगर ये प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है तो इट इज निगेटिव. तो यहाँ पे देखो K1 के डायरेक्शन में डिकम्पोजिशन हो रहा है, दैट मीन्स इट इज पॉजिटिव. सो फर्स्ट टर्म इज देयर, एंड इन डायरेक्शन ऑफ K2 it is consuming, that it is producing, right? Producing, that's why we are writing negative. So this was our equation. Anyone has any doubt while writing this equation? Please write down equation now. See here, you can see there is one intermediate. Which one is that? NO3 star. So write down equation for NO3 star, production of NO3 star. RNO3 star. Equation will be, so we are writing for production, so Na3 star is produced by using K1, so it is K1 N2O5, okay, minus K2 because it is consuming in K2 direction, so it is K2 into concentration of NO2, concentration of NO3 star, okay. Then is there any other reaction where it is producing? NO3 star is consumed in K3 wala reaction, okay. So we are writing for production, that's why it is K3 into concentration of NO3 star, बराबर है. Then अभी कहाँ पे कंज्यूम हो रहा है ये? K4 वाले रिएक्शन में, तो इट इज माइनस K4, उसके रिएक्टेंट्स क्या है? NO स्टार, ओके, NO स्टार और उसके साथ NO3 स्टार भी है, ओके. सो दिस वाज आवर इक्वेशन which is called as d by dt of NO3 star, okay. This is our case. सबको आया ये इक्वेशन? Now use equation 1. I am writing here equation 1. d by dt of NO3 star is equal to 0. So what will be your equation? This is equal to 0 using PSSA. PSSA, pseudo steady state approximation, okay. So what will be your equation? NO3 star is equal to, okay, here NO3 star is there in this equation, here NO3 star, NO3 star, NO3 star, NO3 star, okay. So what will be your equation? Please find out. K1 it is K1 N2O5 divided by this K2NO2 plus K3 plus K4 and this is NO star, okay. So this was our first equation. Now write down equation for this NO star because we have intermediate here also, right? So what was our final outcome should be, right? हमारा जो ये NO3 स्टार है, इट शुड नॉट बी हियर, तो NO3 स्टार को हमें रिप्लेस करना पड़ेगा किस इक्वेशन से? ये वाला इक्वेशन से, ओके. बट इस इक्वेशन में क्या आया तुम्हारा? NO स्टार आया, तो NO स्टार को भी रिप्लेस करना पड़ेगा ना, वो भी इंटरमीडिएट है. तो अभी इक्वेशन लिखो NO स्टार के लिए. क्या आएगा इक्वेशन? रेट ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ NO स्टार इज इक्वल टू 0. तो पहले इक्वेशन लिखो NO स्टार का. NO स्टार का इक्वेशन क्या आएगा? K3 NO3 स्टार माइनस K4 NO स्टार, बराबर,
yes sir,
इंटू NO3 स्टार.
star,
आ गया सबका आंसर? किसी को कुछ डाउट है क्या?
no sir,
बाकी लोग, कौशिक, मिताली, साई किरण,
नो सर.
ओके, ठीक है. ये इक्वेशन आ गया, इसे इक्वेशन, ओके. अभी इसका तुम क्या निकालो यहाँ पे? NO स्टार की वैल्यू हमें निकालनी है, बराबर. NO स्टार की वैल्यू क्या आएगी? NO स्टार इज इक्वल्स टू, यहाँ पे NO स्टार यहाँ पे है, ओके. सो NO स्टार अगर तुम कॉमन निकालते हो वहाँ से, तो इट इज K3 NO3 स्टार डिवाइडेड बाय K4 NO3 स्टार, ओके. तो ये NO3 स्टार कैंसिल हो जाएगा, K3 डिवाइड बाय K4, ओके. ये इक्वेशन आ गया तुम्हारा सेकंड. अभी क्या करो, ये NO3 स्टार की वैल्यू, कोई यहाँ पे ऐसा है जिसको लिखना नहीं आ रहा है ये इक्वेशन? अभी बता दो, मैं तुम्हें डबल एक्सप्लेन कर दूंगा, ओके. यहाँ पे, ठीक है. तो क्या आएगा तुम्हारा NO3 स्टार का वैल्यू? NO3 स्टार विल बी K1 N2O5 डिवाइडेड बाय K2 NO2 प्लस K3 प्लस K4 एंड NO3 स्टार का वैल्यू हमारा है K3 अपॉन K4. तो यहाँ पे ये K4 गया, ये K3 और ये K3 क्या हो जाएगा? ये twice K3, so K1 N2O5 divided by K2 NO2, ओके, प्लस ट्वाइस K3, ठीक है। ये आ गया तुम्हारा NO3 स्टार के वैल्यू। नाउ ये वैल्यू तुम सब्स्टिट्यूट करोगे कहाँ पे, अपना जो मेन इक्वेशन है दैट इज डिकम्पोजिशन ऑफ N2O5, बराबर। तो ये इक्वेशन क्या था तुम्हारा, उसमें ये सब्स्टिट्यूट करो थर्ड इक्वेशन, ये तुम्हारा इक्वेशन में, इसको आई एम सेइंग ए, इक्वेशन नंबर ए। सो व्हाट विल बी योर फाइनल आंसर इज minus Rn2O5 is equal to K1, it is N2O5, बराबर है K2 NO2। किसी को कुछ डाउट होगा तो पूछ लो, एंड किसी का अगर आंसर नहीं आ रहा बीच में तो क्रॉस चेक कर लो, ओके। NO2 एंड देन NO3 स्टार, तो ये वाली NO3 स्टार की वैल्यू दिस इक्वेशन यहाँ पे पुट करो, तो यू विल गेट K1 NO2, देखो यहाँ पे भी है K1 N2O5, K1 N2O5 यहाँ पे भी है, ओके। so it is K1 N2O5 minus K2 NO2, और इसकी वैल्यू आएगी तुम्हारी K1 N2O5 डिवाइडेड बाय K2 NO2 प्लस ट्वाइस K3। अभी इसका क्रॉस मल्टीप्लिकेशन करो तो तुम्हारा आंसर आ जाएगा। तुम्हारी एक टर्म भी कैंसिल हो जाएगी, दैट इज K1 K2 NO2 N2O5, राइट। यहाँ पे देखो K1 K2, ये वाली टर्म K1 K2 NO2 N2O5, एंड अगर ये इसे तुम यहाँ पे मल्टीप्लाई करते तो क्या मिलेगा, K1 K2 NO2 N2O5, ओके। सो एक टर्म कैंसिल हो जाएगी एंड यू विल गेट फाइनल आंसर। किसको नहीं आ रहा होगा तो यू कैन टेल, आई राइट फाइनल आंसर K1 ट्वाइस K1 K3 देन N2O5, बराबर है, एंड डिवाइडेड बाय यू विल बी हैविंग K2 NO2 प्लस ट्वाइस K3, ओके। एंड मैंने एजम्पशन में क्या लिया था, एजम्पशन था हमारा कि K2 NO2 इज वेरी स्मॉल एज कंपेयर टू ट्वाइस K3। तो तुम्हारा ये जो टर्म है, ये निगलेक्ट हो जाएगा, ओके। सो यू विल बी हैविंग इन योर फाइनल आंसर ट्वाइस K1 K3 N2O5 डिवाइडेड बाय ट्वाइस K3। तो 2 K3 कैंसिल हो जाएगा ये, राइट। अभी तुम्हारा क्या रहा है फाइनल आंसर K1 N2O5 दैट इज माइनस R N2O5। तो क्या प्रूव हुआ यहाँ से, डिकम्पोजिशन ऑफ N2O5, ओके, N2O5 is a first order reaction, right? This question might ask in GATE, so there are chances, okay. So अभी सबका आंसर आया, हैंड्स अप कर दो यहाँ पे। आ गया, ओके। सो नाउ what I'll do next is I'll give you question. It is GATE 2013 for 2 marks, okay. What was your question? I'll write in short, it is azo compound is there, azo I'll write as CH3 by 2 N2. So I will not write this CH3 N2, I will replace it by azo, okay. So this is azo plus azo giving us by K1 azo plus azo star, right. Then azo star plus azo gives you by K2 azo plus azo, okay. then azo star decomposes using K3, so you are getting C2H6 plus N2. Okay, these are three reactions. Now you need to tell rate of formation of ethane, that is this rate of formation of ethane is of which order. Rate of formation of ethane is of which order. So what is your first what is your first look at your this question. पहले तुम्हें देखना है कि यहाँ पे तुम्हें फर्स्ट ऑर्डर है सेकंड ऑर्डर ऐसा प्रूव करने के लिए आया या फिर विच ऑर्डर. तो ऐसा क्वेश्चन आते हैं तो उस टाइम तुम्हें देखना है कि वहाँ पे कभी इंटरमीडिएट दिखा क्या. इंटरमीडिएट रहेगा तो वहाँ पे रिफ्लेक्ट हो जाएगा स्टार से. ठीक है, तो ये तुम्हें इंटरमीडिएट दिया है और तुम्हें मेंशन किया रहेगा कि ये तुम्हारा इंटरमीडिएट है. तो तुम्हें पहले से कंक्लूजन आना चाहिए तुम्हारे माइंड में कि मुझे यहाँ पे PS ऐसे अप्लाई करना है, सूडो स्टेडी स्टेट अप्रोक्सीमेशन. तो क्या कहता है, इंटरमीडिएट का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन इज इक्वल टू 0. तो अजो स्टार इज इक्वल टू तुम्हें 0 पुट करना है. ओके, एंड प्रूव क्या करना है तुम्हें, ये रेट ऑफ फॉर्मेशन. कैसे लिखोगे तुम, रेट ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ C2H6 इज इक्वल टू क्या आएगा, ये फॉर्मेशन यू आर राइटिंग फॉर फॉर्मेशन और फॉर्मेशन हो रहा है K3 इंटू अजो स्टार बराबर. ओके, तो अभी तुम्हें इसको तुम्हें ऑर्डर प्रूव करना है इसका, कौन से ऑर्डर का आता है. ओके, तो यहाँ पे तुम देख सकते हो कि अजो स्टार है तो इसे तुम्हें रिप्लेस करना पड़ेगा. ओके, अजो स्टार को रिप्लेस कैसे करोगे, यूजिंग PSA से. ओके, तो पहले राइट डाउन इक्वेशन फॉर रेट ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ अजो, आर अजो स्टार. क्या आएगा इक्वेशन, फॉर्म कहाँ पे हो रहा है, फर्स्ट रिएक्शन में, तो K1 अजो, देन इट इज अजो, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा, अजो का स्क्वायर हो जाएगा बराबर. रेट ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ अजो स्टार माइनस K2 आएगा, कहाँ पे है, K2 क्यों माइनस आएगा, वहाँ पे कंज्यूम हो रहा है बराबर. अजो स्टार इंटू अजो, देन दूसरा क्या आ रहा है और कंज्यूम हो रहा है K3 में इंटू अजो स्टार. ओके, तो ये ऐसा आया. नाउ इज इक्वल टू 0 करो, यहाँ से तुम अजो स्टार की वैल्यू निकालो क्या आती है एंड उसे सब्स्टिट्यूट करो कहाँ पे, इक्वेशन नंबर 1 में, एंड टेल मी द ऑर्डर ऑफ रिएक्शन.
फर्स्ट ऑर्डर रिएक्शन.
आ गया आंसर, प्लीज रेज योर हैंड अगर आंसर आया तो. यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन में एक डेटा दिया था, आई फॉरगॉट टू गिव यू. ओके, यहाँ पे दिया है रेट ऑफ दिस कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ अजो.
Hello, sir.
ओके, दैट इज, हाँ
Sir, one guy is waiting in lobby.
ओके, वेट. ओके ओके, तो प्रणीत अभी ज्वाइन किया है. ओके, सो विल रिपीट फॉर हिम. यहाँ पे यू विल बी गिवन अ रिएक्शन, ये फर्स्ट रिएक्शन है, सेकंड रिएक्शन, थर्ड रिएक्शन. ओके, यहाँ पे हमें प्रूव करना है कि रेट ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ इथेन इज ऑफ विच, मतलब प्रूफ नहीं करना है, यहाँ पे बताना है विच ऑर्डर. तो रेट ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ इथेन इज ऑफ विच ऑर्डर. तो यहाँ पे विल राइट फर्स्ट इक्वेशन रेट ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ इथेन के लिए. तो दिस वाज इक्वेशन नंबर 1, जहाँ पे रेट ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ इथेन हमने लिखा है. क्या आएगा वो, जिस डायरेक्शन में फॉर्म हो रहा है वो पॉजिटिव रहेगा, सो इट इज K3 इंटू अजो स्टार. ठीक है, एंड यूजिंग PSA से हमें पता है कि रेट ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ इंटरमीडिएट इज इक्वल टू 0. तो तुम्हें पहले क्या करना पड़ेगा, रेट ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ इंटरमीडिएट निकालना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, तो अजो स्टार इज और इंटरमीडिएट, तो इसका तुम रेट ऑफ फॉर्मेशन निकालो. क्या आएगा, K1 वाली टर्म ऐड हो जाएगी क्योंकि वहाँ पे फॉर्मेशन हो रहा है अजो स्टार। ये K2 एंड K3 वाला जो इक्वेशन है सेकंड एंड थर्ड, वहाँ पे अजो स्टार कंज्यूम हो रहा है, तो वहाँ पे निगेटिव आएगा, ये निगेटिव है, ये निगेटिव है। नाउ इज इक्वल्स टू 0, वाई इज इन सूडो स्टेडी स्टेट अप्रोक्सीमेशन, राइट। तो यहाँ पे तुम्हें अजो स्टार की वैल्यू निकालनी है इस इक्वेशन से, ठीक है, एंड इसको पुट करना है इक्वेशन 1 में। सो व्हेन यू पुट दिस वैल्यू इन इक्वेशन 1, so you will get this expression. I'll write rate of formation of C2H5 is K3 into K1 azo square divided by K2 into concentration of azo plus K3. Okay, and in equation and in question it is given concentration of azo is very high. It is very high, right? So very high means whenever it comes with this K3, so here this in this term concentration of azo is very high, this term is very high, so we are getting K3 K1 azo star divided by K2 azo, right? This K3 is neglected and you यहाँ पे स्क्वायर था, so if you cancel it you will get K3 K1 azo concentration divided by K2. So if you consider this as a constant K, so you are getting azo, right? So this rate of formation of C2H5 is your first order reaction. GATE 2013. So such question might ask in GATE exam in upcoming years. So be prepared for this. Okay. सबका आंसर आया?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please hands up करो. So I will get some clue कि तुम्हारा आंसर आ गया है. Okay. Okay. So we'll move. जैसे मैंने बोला था कि नेक्स्ट क्लास विल सी theories of temperature dependency. So we'll start with that topic. सबको समझा ना बाकी? टेम्परेचर डिपेंडेंसी ऑफ रिएक्शन रेट, right? Temperature dependency. So here suppose I have reaction A gives B using K. It is, I am assuming, homogeneous, right? And elementary reaction. Homogeneous elementary reaction. So what will be rate of consumption of A? It is minus dCA by dt, right? I'll explain how I got these equations. It is equal to K into Ca to the power n. I am considering it is nth order reaction. Okay. So here you can see यहाँ पे there are two terms. One is K. This K is K naught e to the power minus Ea divided by RT using Arrhenius equation. This equation might change, but this K is a function of temperature, right? And it is concentration. Okay. So you can see this rate is dependent on two terms. One is temperature and second is concentration, right? So whenever we are studying, first we will see composition variation and temperature is constant, and in second we will study temperature is varying and composition is constant. So here I will tell you the second case here, where you need to find temperature dependency of rate of reaction, right? Temperature variation. So there are basically three theories. One is, you might be aware of this, Arrhenius theory. Second is your collision theory, and third one is transition state theory, right? Transition state theory and collision theory. Okay, so I'll write one by one. Okay, even ये भी टॉपिक गेट के लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है. Okay, so first I'll write, you know, in ideal case what happens, reactant A completely converts to product R. Okay, reactant A completely converts to product R. But in actual case, what happens in actual case? Only few molecules, only few molecules which are having sufficient energy, converts to product. Sufficient energy converts to product. Okay, so this sufficient energy, it is a minimum amount of energy that is to be required, minimum energy that is required for conversion of reactants to product. And what this energy is called? It is called as activation energy, right? Activation energy. So this is a concept given by Arrhenius theory. Okay, so what happens during conversion? Reactant bonds break, and products bond is formed, right? So what according to Arrhenius is, we have, I'll erase this. Okay, so what Arrhenius has told, K is equal to K naught e to the power minus Ea divided by RT. So this was equation given by Arrhenius. Okay, here this K naught is a pre-exponential factor. K naught is pre-exponential factor. Okay, Ea is the activation energy, and then third is R is called as universal gas constant. What is its value? It is 8.314 joule per Kelvin per mole, right? This unit is very important because this R has various values and you need to pick one and then convert it to another form, right? This K naught is a pre-exponential factor which is equals to total collision, right? Total collision, right? This is total collision. Suppose there are total collision K is equal to 2000. Okay, so this exponential term is in fraction. This is in fraction. Okay, so suppose it is 0.7, right? So out of this total 2000 collision, only 0.7% are effective. Okay, so this K denotes effective collision, right? So K is a effective collision which is equals to total number of collision into this fraction exponential. Okay, which is showing this exponential term there, right? Okay, so this was assumption, and you need to remember one thing, this K naught, that is I told you total collision, it is independent of temperature, right? So you need to remember this. Okay, it in some cases this might vary slightly with temperature, but in most of the cases it is independent of temperature, so you need to remember this. Okay, now when I am saying this, suppose for reaction what I want, rate is equal to Ka into concentration, right? So for reaction rate to be high, what I want, this K to be very high, right? K should be high. So what I will do here, in order to increase the value of K using this equation 1, okay, so using this equation 1, what will you tell, exponential, this fraction should be high, exponential term should be high, and in order to have this exponential term high, you need to have activation energy to be low and temperature to be high. Okay, this is important, right? कैसे आया? Because e to the power minus 2 and e to the power minus 3, so which one is greater? E power minus 2. Okay, because it is minus sign here, so e to the power minus 2 is greater than e to the power minus 3, so power should be less, less, then only it is effective. So in order to have this power to be less, you can see EA should be small and temperature should be high. EA should be small and temperature should be high. Okay. Now second point here, with temperature, suppose I have temperature T1, at that time I am having K1 is a value of rate constant, and at T2 I am having K2 is a value of rate constant. Okay, so if you write this equation, K is equal to K naught e to the power minus EA divided by RT, write for K1, write for K2, and subtract this equation, write this ln of K1 minus ln of K2. Okay, so I think you know all these equations, right? How we are getting this equation. So I'll write directly the final expression. Okay, if anyone has any doubt, please tell me. I can derive this expression. It is very easy. You need to find ln K1, then ln K2, and subtract these two equations. Ln of K2 by K1 is equal to minus EA divided by R 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. Okay, this is important, very very important. You can start it. Okay, इसका गेट पे क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं. किसी को डाउट है ये क्वेश्चन, ये इक्वेशन डिराइव करने में?
नो सर.
आ जाएगा सबको? ओके ओके, सो विल मूव. ओके, अभी तुम्हें पता है कि फॉर रेट टू बी हाई K शुड बी हाई, राइट? फॉर रेट टू बी हाई K शुड बी हाई, एंड अगर K ज़्यादा होता है तो टाइम फॉर द रिएक्शन विल बी लेस, टाइम विल डिक्रीज. तीसरी केस क्या आएगी? टाइम आ गया, रेट कांस्टेंट आ गया और K आ गया. ओके, तो तीनों चीज़ें हमारी आ गई. सो दिस इक्वेशन कैन आल्सो बी एक्सपांडेड, एंड ये लिख सकते हैं ln ऑफ K2 बाई K1 इज इक्वल टू ln ऑफ माइनस RA2 बाय माइनस RA1 बराबर इज इक्वल टू ln ऑफ टाइम, आई एम राइटिंग टाइम 1 by time 2. Okay, please keep this in mind. It is 1 by 2 here, 2 by 1, this is 2 by 1, and here it is 1 by 2, because time is inversely proportional to rate constant and rate. Okay, so you will get minus EA divided by R 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. This is very very important. Okay, so this equation you please derive. I'll request you derive it. You will be having a better understanding. Okay, now we'll move on to next point 3 in same theory. Okay, suppose this I have equation ln of K2 by K1 is equal to minus EA divided by, wait, there won't be this minus sign. This minus will not be there, this minus will not be there. Okay, so it is EA divided by R 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. अभी suppose ये temperature difference is constant, this is constant, right? It is constant. Now अभी we have two reactions, एक का EA1 is greater than EA2. Okay, activation energy of 1 is greater than activation energy of 2. Okay, so जिसकी activation energy will be more, that will be having higher rate, or I could say higher. तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा? It will be more temperature sensitive, more temperature sensitive. समझाइए? Because we have this 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2 is constant. Now in order to have this K2 like numerator to be at high value, this EA should be high, right? जिसका EA ज़्यादा रहेगा वो ज़्यादा टेम्परेचर सेंसिटिव रहेगा, ये इक्वेशन बता रहा है. ओके, आई विल आल्सो what I'll say, I will prove it using this graph. You could see here ln of K versus 1 by temperature, right? So I have ln of k is equal to ln of k naught minus EA divided by RT. So when I will draw this graph between ln k versus this 1 by RT, 1 by T, right? This is 1 by T. This is 1 by T. So what I will get? This slope is negative, okay, and slope value of the slope is equal to minus EA by R, right? Now if I here this down coming line shows slope is negative, okay, so slope is EA divided by R because I have already shown it is down coming, that means slope is negative. Suppose I have another reaction जिसका slope कम है, this is value, okay, this is one another value जिसका slope कम है, this is EA divided by R. So here this is, I could say it is E1, this is E2, so E2 is smaller as compared to E1, right? So abhi you can see here difference is, suppose if I do temperature change from here to here, okay, so what will be the impact? Okay, and here you could see, here it is this, so here variation is this and here variation is this, okay, which one is higher? One which is having higher activation energy is having higher sensation to the temperature, okay. So if temperature is constant, then the reaction with higher activation energy has high sensation to the temperature. तो temperature sensitivity कौन सी रहेंगी? जिसकी activation energy ज़्यादा है, okay. Now fourth point is, please keep this point in your mind because ये बहुत काम में आने वाला है आगे. Okay, now suppose you have reaction जिसका एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी कांस्टेंट, मतलब एक ही एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी, एक ही रिएक्शन है और रिएक्शन का एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी तो वही रहेगा, ओके. तो दिस इज योर रिएक्शन, दिस इज लॉन ऑफ के डिवाइड बाय 1 बाई टी, ओके. इसका स्लोप ये है, दिस इज स्लोप इज EA डिवाइड बाय आर एंड दिस माइनस साइन आई हैव शोन बाय दिस डाउन कमिंग, ओके. तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, दिस इज एट, दिस इज आई एम राइटिंग फॉर 1 बाई टी. तो अगर t ज़्यादा है तो 1 बाई टी विल बी लोअर, ओके. So this is a lower temperature, one point, and this is higher temperature, second point, okay. So यहाँ पे you can see this was the value of K1, यहाँ पे this is the value of K2, okay. तो यहाँ पे I'll extend it here, यहाँ पे at lower temperature, this is lower temperature range, okay, and this is higher temperature range. If I extend it here, higher temperature range, okay. See, okay, I'll write it again. ये एक्सिस है, इज 1 बाई टी, यहाँ पे तुम्हारा लॉन के है, दिस इज योर लाइन, यहाँ पे दिस इज 1 बाई T1 फर्स्ट, 1 by T2 second, and this is your K values, okay. And यहाँ पे higher temperature पे these are values, okay, and this is your change in temperature, this value doubling. So यहाँ पे तुम्हें एक्सपेरिमेंट से ऐसा पता चलेगा, आई विल गिव यू एन एग्जांपल, प्रैक्टिकल एग्जांपल जो गेट में पूछा गया है, वहाँ से तुम्हें पता चलेगा कि एट लोअर टेम्परेचर रेंज डबलिंग रेट ऑफ के इज हायर, ओके. डबलिंग रेट ऑफ के इज हायर मतलब मेरे को लोअर टेम्परेचर पे, दैट मीन्स अगर मैं 10 टेम्परेचर था मेरा डिग्री सेल्सियस, उसमें से मैं 20 डिग्री कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है, इनिशियली. तो यहाँ पे टेम्परेचर क्या हो रहा है, दिस के वैल्यू रेट कांस्टेंट गेट डबल, राइट. K2 विल बी ट्वाइस ऑफ K1, सो डबलिंग रेट इज फास्टर, राइट. बट अगर तुम्हें सेम करना है एट हायर टेम्परेचर रेंज, तो तुम्हें क्या करना पड़ेगा, 1000 से 2000 तक टेम्परेचर चेंज करना पड़ेगा, देन ओनली यू विल गेट दिस डबल वैल्यू, राइट. तो मेरा कहने का यही मतलब था कि एट लोअर टेम्परेचर वैल्यू परसेंटेज चेंज इन के इज हायर एज कम्पेयर टू हायर टेम्परेचर वैल्यूज. यहाँ पे देखो, डबल करने के लिए यहाँ पे बस 10 डिग्री सेल्सियस का तुम्हें डिफरेंस लगा, और यहाँ पे डबल करने के लिए तुम्हें 1000 डिग्री सेल्सियस का डिफरेंस लगा. So that was my point कि at lower temperature doubling rate is faster as compared to higher temperature. Okay, now suppose if you calculate, see here I'll give you question कि K2 is twice of K1, right? K2 is, this is homework for you. K2 is twice of K1, okay, and you take initial temperature as 30 degree Celsius, okay, and final temperature into okay, first time you will take T1 as 30 degree Celsius and find out T2, okay, and in second time you take T1 as 900 degree Celsius and calculate value of T2, okay. So you will find here temperature increase will be nearly like it is lower. I am telling you qualitatively, it is lower and it is higher, okay. So you will find this doubling rate is higher at lower temperature. This is homework for you. Just substitute values in ln of K2 by K1 equation is equal to EA divided by R 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. In this equation you substitute all values, you will get this T2 value, okay. At lower temperature and high temperature you will find this variation and what I explained earlier, okay. And one question which was asked in GATE examination, question 1, okay, we have K is equal to A into e to the power minus EA divided by RT. This was in GATE 2005, okay. So you need to find out correct statement, okay. A is always dimensionless. B option, A1 is equal to A2 and activation energy E1 is greater than E2, then K1 is greater than K2 at fixed temperature. Your third option is percentage change in K with respect to temperature is higher at lower temperature. And secondly, last option is percentage change in K with respect to temperature is higher at higher A. So which one is correct? Please tell me the answer and also explain me why other options are not correct. Anyone?
So first is not correct because if reaction is second order, then if reaction is first order, then it will. If reaction is zeroth order, then it will be dimensionless. But if it is first or second, then it won't be dimensionless.
Okay, for you you are trying to say कि it changes with respect to order.
Yes, sir.
Okay, changes with respect to order of reaction. And why not second?
Mhm.
Sir, second, like if K1 is greater than K2, then E2 will be greater than E1.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So this is not okay. These two are wrong. And why this third is correct?
So like fourth is also wrong because percentage
Yes.
change will be less at higher temperatures.
Yes. Yes. Okay. No. Fourth is written. Percentage change in K with respect to temperature is higher for higher A. This cannot. This. Not temperature. It is A.
It is independent of A.
Yes. It is independent of temperature. Okay. Now third option is we have percentage change in K with respect to temperature is higher at lower temperature. That is correct, and even I told you earlier in previous point number 4. Okay, so you can solve this question number 1 here, and you can have your correct answer why this change in K is higher at lower temperature. Okay, for your clarification. Then effect of catalyst. So I'll write this topic, effect of catalyst on these are basic things. That's why I'm bit fast here. Catalyst on reaction rate. Okay, effect of catalyst on reaction rate. So what catalyst is actually doing here is, in any reaction, it is a substance, it is a foreign substance, right? Foreign substance, right, which increases the rate of reaction. Increases. Okay, which increases the rate of reaction, but it does not get consumed into the reaction. Does not consume in reaction. Okay, these 3 points are important. Foreign substance, rate increases and does not get consumed in reaction. Okay, and what it does actually, it provides a path to the reaction which is having lower activation energy, right? Suppose if I am writing this temperature profile for exothermic reaction, this is profile. So what without catalyst is this profile without catalyst. So what actually do it? Okay, यहाँ पे ये catalyst जो है lower activation energy वाला path provide करेगा, right? So this was energy activation 1, and second I am writing energy of activation 2. So you can see जो कैटलिस्ट वाला पाथ है, कैटलिस्ट वाला पाथ में एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी इज E2 विच इज लेसर एज कंपेयर टू E1. ओके, तो ये कैटलिस्ट का फंक्शन है. एंड वन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इज कैटलिस्ट नेवर डिस्टर्ब इक्विलिब्रियम. कैटलिस्ट नेवर डिस्टर्ब इक्विलिब्रियम जो का वही है. ठीक है, यहाँ पे तुम देख सकते हो, it is not changing your equilibrium state. These energy states are at the same position. Okay, so it is not disturbing any equilibrium. So this is what on x-axis you have progress of reaction, and on x-axis you have potential energy, right? This was your this points about catalyst. It decreases the time, it increases the production capacity, and it does not change the conversion. Abhi, these are 3 points which are very important. Catalyst, what actually do? Catalyst increases the rate, right? Rate increases, that means time for reaction will decrease. बराबर, it increases the, अभी time कम होगा तो तुम्हारा production क्या होगा? बढ़ेगा. So production will increase. Okay, but it will not change conversion. It will not doesn't change दी कन्वर्शन तुम्हारा उतना ही रहेगा. ये कन्वर्शन चेंज नहीं करेगा. सपोज कोई रिएक्शन इसका तुम्हें कन्वर्जन आ रहा है 90%, तो कैटलिस्ट इसका 90 to 99% वगैरह नहीं करता. इट इज जस्ट इंक्रीजिंग रेट, मतलब तुम्हारा टाइम कम करेगा बट तुम्हारा कन्वर्जन उतना ही रहेगा. राइट, व्हाट आई ऑलरेडी रोट हियर, इट डजंट चेंज इक्विलिब्रियम और इट नेवर disturb equilibrium. Okay, whose basis पे I am telling this point. Now we'll move to our second theory, that is collision theory. It is similar to this Arrhenius theory, but इसने थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा कुछ बोला है. It is based on, first you write, it is based on kinetic theory of gases. अभी ये काइनेटिक थ्योरी ऑफ गैसेस पे बेस्ड है, तो हमें पता रहना चाहिए कि व्हाट इज काइनेटिक थ्योरी ऑफ गैसेस एंड उसके एजम्पशंस क्या है. तो आई राइट इन ब्रीफ इसके एजम्पशंस क्या है काइनेटिक थ्योरी ऑफ गैसेस के. एजम्पशंस ऑफ काइनेटिक थ्योरी ऑफ गैसेस. ओके, आई राइट इन ब्रीफ. फर्स्ट क्या बोलता है, इट इज सेइंग ऑल गैसेस आर कंपोज्ड ऑफ small tiny particles. Okay, gases consist of small tiny particle. You write, okay, small tiny particle which moves rapidly in any direction, which moves rapidly in all direction, you can see all direction, but in straight line, okay. Then second assumption is this particle has very small volume as compared to the volume of container. Volume of particle, these molecules, or I am saying here particle, I am using this as a replacement, particle or molecule. So volume of particle is very less as compared to volume of container in which they are, okay. Then third is there is no attractive or repulsive force, in between these particles, right, okay. Then there is a collision, between these particles, and there will be exchange of energy, so here collision, then exchange of energy, and these collisions are elastic, perfectly elastic collision, okay, perfectly elastic collision. स्पीड हो रहा है क्या ज़्यादा? हेलो, should I decrease my pace?
No, sir. No, sir. Fine.
Okay, okay. And average kinetic energy is directly proportional to the temperature in Kelvin, okay. And please remember, जो मैंने इक्वेशन लिया था अर्नेस्ट थ्योरी में, दिस इज अर्नेस्ट थ्योरी में जो इक्वेशन लिया था वहाँ पे टेम्परेचर इज इन केल्विन, ओके, टेम्परेचर इज इन केल्विन, राइट, टेम्परेचर इन केल्विन, ये रिमेंबर, ओके. कभी भी डिग्री सेल्सियस में नहीं पुट करना है तुम्हें, अदरवाइज यू विल गेट रॉन्ग आंसर, ठीक है. दिस वेर एजम्पशंस. अभी नाउ विल मूव ऑन टू कोलिजन थ्योरी, ओके. दिस वेर द एजम्पशंस ऑफ काइनेटिक थ्योरी ऑफ गैसेस. क्या बोला है? गैस कंसिस्ट ऑफ टाइनी स्मॉल पार्टिकल्स which moves in all direction in straight line, then volume of particle is less than volume of container, barabar. Then no attraction, no repulsion, and collision is there, and there is exchange of energy, okay. And these collisions are perfectly elastic, and average kinetic energy is proportional to temperature. So पढ़ते वक्त तुम्हें बस ये मेन पॉइंट्स याद रखने हैं, ओके. कभी भी कुछ भी पूछ सकता है, तो मेन पॉइंट्स याद रखने हैं. नो नीड टू रिमेंबर थरोली क्या डिटेल में क्या होता है वहाँ पे, ओके. अभी this theory is saying collision theory, okay. Collision theory I am writing as CT. This theory is saying rate of reaction is proportional to rate of collision. Rate of reaction is proportional to rate of collision, okay. ये एक पॉइंट है यहाँ का. Then rate of collision, and जैसे मैंने पहले बोला था तुम्हें कि रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन रेट ऑफ कोलिजन, बट उसे एक फ्रैक्शन मल्टीप्लाई होता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अ फ्रैक्शन ऑफ इफेक्टिव कोलिजन, राइट. ओनली आउट ऑफ दिस ओनली फ्रैक्शन ऑफ कोलिजन आर इफेक्टिव, ओनली फ्रैक्शन इज इफेक्टिव, ओके. सो यहाँ पे यू राइट इक्वेशन जस्ट, इट इज k इज इक्वल टू k नॉट t to the power half into e to the power minus ea divided by rt. तो यहाँ पे भी you will be having same here, यहाँ पे भी k नॉट है, बस यहाँ पे तुम्हारा टेम्परेचर टू द पावर हाफ ऐड हो गया, एंड दिस टोटल टर्म इज अ फ्रैक्शन. वो फ्रैक्शन मल्टीप्लाई हो जाएगा, तो यू विल गेट इफेक्टिव कोलिजन, राइट. जैसे मैंने बोला था, रेट ऑफ फॉर्मेशन is proportional to the collision rate into fraction of effective collision. So this was about collision theory. Then we are having our थर्ड थ्योरी दैट इज ट्रांजिशन स्टेट थ्योरी। ये सबको पता है वैसे। whenever reactant converts to product there is a transition state like A plus B C gives ABC transition complex and there is a formation of AB plus C. Okay, so this compound is called intermediate and activated complex. You can say activated complex. Okay, यहाँ पे क्या होगा during conversion, you know, this is state reactant product. This state is called as activated complex wala state. This is reactant, this is product, and you know what is there in x and y axis. So you write just major assumptions. Major assumptions. What are the major assumptions here? There is a formation of activated complex while conversion of reactant into product. Second, there is equilibrium between reactant and activated complex AC. Then third is frequency of decomposition of this activated complex. Frequency of decomposition of activated complex is same for all reactant, right? Any reactant when it converts to product, there is a formation of activated complex here. Okay, and this frequency of decomposition of this activated complex into this product is same for all reactant, right? It is same for all reactant. That was assumption. Okay, then what was the formula given by this theory? It is K is equal to K naught temperature, okay, e to the power minus E A divided by RT. This was given by this transition state theory. So I'll write in shortcut. I'll write shortcut here. How to remember? Shortcut ACT. Okay, right? ACT. This is Arrhenius theory. This is collision theory, and this is transition state theory. ACT. Here you will find just if I write this equation as K is equal to K naught e to the power minus E divided by RT into temperature to the power m. So value of m is changing. What is the value of m in Arrhenius theory? It is 0. In collision theory it is half. In transition state theory it is 1. Right? You just need to remember this. And this is general expression. Substitute value of m, you are getting all these values. Okay, value of m is changing. Now out of all this theory, Arrhenius theory was very good. The results of Arrhenius theory were matching with experimental. Arrhenius theory was best. Why? Because when I am writing this K is equal to K naught e to the power minus EA divided by RT, okay, and temperature to the power m, okay. तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा? If you differentiate it with respect to m, no, with respect to temperature, तो क्या इक्वेशन आएगा? क्या इक्वेशन आएगा? फर्स्ट आई विल व्हाट इट इज इन एक्सपोनेंशियल फॉर्म, तो सबको पता है, पहले अपने को लॉन लेना पड़ेगा. लॉन के इज इक्वल टू लॉन के नॉट माइनस ए डिवाइड बाय आर टी, ओके, एंड देन प्लस देयर विल बी एम लॉन टी, बराबर. यहाँ पे इफ यू डिफरेंशिएट तो वी आर गेटिंग डी लॉन के डिवाइड बाय डी टी इज इक्वल टू दिस इज कॉन्स्टेंट माइनस ये डिवाइड बाय 1/t का डेरिवेटिव माइनस 1 अपॉन टी स्क्वेयर, तो ये प्लस हो जाएगा टी स्क्वेयर प्लस लॉन टी का क्या आता है 1/t, तो इट इज m/t. दिस इज इक्वेशन. अभी तुम इसे ऐड करोगे तो व्हाट यू विल गेट? ई ए प्लस एम आर टी डिवाइड बाय आर टी का स्क्वेयर. नाउ अभी पता है यहाँ पे दो टर्म्स आर देयर. वन इज एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी ई ए and MRT. So activation energy will be very high as compared to this MRT because temperature is in Kelvin. R की वैल्यू तुम्हें पता है एंड M की वैल्यू तो बहुत कम आती है. सो इट इज़ 0, हाफ और 1. तो यहाँ से तुम्हें पता चलेगा कि d ln k divided by dt is equal to what? EA divided by RT square. And this equation is similar to, this was given by Arrhenius, and this equation is similar to your Clausius-Clapeyron equation. Clausius-Clapeyron equation. Okay, what was that? T ln d by dt, and there will be this pressure will be there. It is equal to, this is delta H, or I could say it is lambda divided by RT square. Some this kind of equation was there, and this is correct actually. So this is Clausius-Clapeyron equation, and it is similar to that. Even you will be having another equation for calculation of Kc. Kc is rate of forward reaction divided by rate of backward reaction. Okay, so you'll find ln of Kc divided by d ln Kc divided by dt is equal to minus delta H reaction divided by RT square. Okay, so these three equations were found similar. तो यहाँ से पता चलता है कि अरेनियस ने जो एजम्पशन लिए थे दैट वेर करेक्ट एंड इक्वेशन उसके मैच हो रहे थे एक्सपेरिमेंटल वैल्यू से, एंड देयर वाज एनालॉजी बिटवीन दिस थ्री इक्वेशंस. ओके, so Arrhenius theory is perfect, you can say. Okay, now I'll give you one question. Suppose there is a temperature change from 20 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, and activation energy EA is 50. What is that 50? 50 is activation energy and unit is kilojoule per mole. Okay, now find out K2 and K1 relation. Please use the relation which I already told you. Ln of K2 by K1 is equal to EA divided by R 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. Don't forget to convert this into degree Celsius to Kelvin. T1 is 293 plus 303. What is the relation? Anyone? Right now you can use your normal calculator. It is 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. This is minus, this is plus. Wait. Sorry.
So it is 0.67.
0. So what is that relation? K2 and K1. Tell me K2 and K1 relation. You will get nearly twice. K2 is twice of K1, I think.
K1 is twice of K2.
K1 is twice.
2K2
No?
is equals to K1. Sorry.
Opposite.
K2 equals to 2K1.
बराबर. This is correct, right?
Yes.
Okay. तो यहाँ पे तुम्हें क्या दिख रहा है? Observation by 10 degree Celsius change, temperature change of 10 degree Celsius, rate constant becomes double, right? So this is rule. Okay, by 10 degree Celsius rate constant almost doubles, but when it is possible, one condition is when activation energy is nearly 50 kilojoule per mole, and second is temperature change happens near room temperature, you could say room temperature. See, 20 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius, we are at room temperature and activation energy is nearly 50. So in that condition it is double, otherwise doubling is difficult. And तुम्हें पहले ही बताया था कि at lower temperature doubling is faster, okay, and higher temperature doubling is, it is not possible in this 10 degrees Celsius or 20. You need to change by thousands or hundreds, then only there will be doubling. Okay, so this was the point. Now you can solve questions. There are many questions, there are at least 8 to 9 questions similar kind, just same formula, this ln of k2 by k1 formula. 8 to 9 questions were already asked in GATE from 2000 to 2019 around. Okay, 8 to 9, or maybe that is that may be more than this 8 to 9. Okay, so please practice that questions. I'll tell you one question from GATE 2018. There is one question. T1 and T2 were given. T1 was 500 Kelvin, T2 was 400 Kelvin. Okay, so K1 by K2 was 2.5. RQ value you need to calculate activation energy. This was for 1 mark, I guess. So please solve all the questions from previous year on this topic. This is very important topic from GATE perspective, and GATE में इस पे क्वेश्चन आता ही है, हर 2 साल में एक बार तो रिपीट होता है ये क्वेश्चन. ओके, नाउ should we move to the next topic?
Sure.
Hello.
Can we do this tomorrow? Next topic.
Yeah, we can do it tomorrow, but syllabus बहुत ज़्यादा है रुतुजा.
एक्चुअली सर मुझे सचिन सर ने अभी कॉल करने बोला था, उनके मतलब प्रोजेक्ट का काम था, इसीलिए आप लोग कंटिन्यू कर सकते हो, मैं बाद में पढ़ लूंगी फिर किसी के नोट्स लेके.
ओके ओके, बट ये इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक है फ्रैक्शनल कन्वर्जन पे. Okay, so we will continue. Fractional conversion will complete, and we'll move to types of reacting system. Okay, because syllabus is huge. I think if you do it, if we at least increase 15 minutes, no, so we will be having a higher completion rate. Okay, so I will move to the topic conversion. Conversion, or it is also called fractional conversion. Okay, so what is conversion? Conversion is basically how much of initial product has been converted. Okay, with respect to initial, it is counted. Okay, so generally it is written for limiting reactant. Limiting reactant. Okay, जब तुम लिखते हो XA, that is fractional conversion of A. So here what is A is your limiting reactant, and तुम्हें पता है limiting कैसे calculate करते हैं. It is Ni naught divided by nu naught, right? Limiting reactant. So it is always calculated for limiting reactant, but अपन दूसरे के लिए भी calculate कर सकते हैं. But with respect to limiting, it is more I could say accurate and useful. So suppose मैं बोल रहा हूँ तुम्हारे पास पहले 80 rupees थे, now you have 20 rupees, right? So what is your change? Change in rupees is delta rupees is equal to 80 minus 20, that is your 60. Okay, that is change in your money or rupees. But अगर मैं बोल रहा हूँ change in R with respect to initial, okay, change in R with respect to initial was 80, so it is 60 divided by 80. So this much of money has been spent. Okay, so what is this? 3 by 4, right? It is 0.75. Okay, so this is what fractional change in rupees. Okay, so with respect to इनिशियल कितने थे 80, with respect to इनिशियल तुम्हारा अभी कितना चेंज हुआ, दैट इज फ्रैक्शनल चेंज और फ्रैक्शनल कन्वर्जन. इन केमिकल रिएक्शन वी आर हैविंग फ्रैक्शनल कन्वर्जन. सपोज तुम्हारे इनिशियल नंबर ऑफ मोल्स थे Na0 एंड अभी फाइनल आफ्टर टाइम t तुम्हारे मोल से Na. ओके, तो तुम्हारा चेंज कितना हुआ, फ्रैक्शनल चेंज, दैट इज एक्स ए आई एम सेइंग. तुम्हारा चेंज कितना हुआ Na0 माइनस Na विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू इनिशियल कितना था Na0. सो दिस इज योर फ्रैक्शनल चेंज वाला फार्मूला. ओके, यू कैन आल्सो राइट एक्स ए इज इक्वल टू 1 माइनस Na डिवाइड बाय Na0. ओके, सो व्हाट दिस 1 इज टेलिंग, इनिशियली तुम्हारा कितना था 1 था, और दिस इज व्हाट दिस टर्म डिनोट्स अभी कितना है, व्हाट इज एट प्रेजेंट. ओके, व्हाट इज एट प्रेजेंट. तो अगर 1 में से अपन व्हाट इज एट प्रेजेंट माइनस करेंगे तो क्या मिलेगा, कितना कन्वर्ट हुआ, राइट. इनिशियली इट वाज 1, so this is the physical significance you can say with respect to initial कितना कन्वर्जन हुआ है. xa is equal to 1 minus Na divided by Na0, and here these are Na and Na0 are the moles at initial and final. okay, ये था, इट्स कॉल्ड फ्रैक्शनल कन्वर्जन. नाउ तुम्हें मैंने एक बताया था फार्मूला, कौन सा जो इम्पोर्टेंट था, माइनस आर ए अपॉन ए इज इक्वल टू माइनस आर बी अपॉन बी इज इक्वल टू प्लस ऑफ आर सी अपॉन सी इज इक्वल टू प्लस ऑफ आर डी अपॉन डी फॉर रिएक्शन ए प्लस बी डी गिव्स बी सी प्लस बी डी. ओके, एंड यहाँ से मैंने ये भी बताया था तुम्हें कि माइनस आर ए इज इक्वल टू 1 बाई वी डी एन ए डिवाइड बाई डी टी विथ माइनस साइन, बराबर है. अभी फ्रॉम दिस इक्वेशन, अभी मैंने तुम्हें बोला कि कितना तुम्हारा कन्वर्ट हुआ है, कितना तुम्हारा कन्वर्ट हुआ है. एक्स ए इज इक्वल टू Na0 माइनस Na डिवाइड बाय Na0. तो ये है, ये टर्म इज व्हाट, कितना तुम्हारा कन्वर्ट हुआ है, हाउ मच हैज बीन कन्वर्टेड, हाउ मच हैज बीन कन्वर्टेड. ओके, एंड दिस इज टेलिंग विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू इनिशियल कॉन्सेंट्रेशन और इनिशियल मोल्स. ओके, तो मैं तुम्हें बोल रहा हूँ कि हाउ मच हैज बीन कन्वर्टेड, मतलब Na0 माइनस Na, तो इसकी वैल्यू क्या रहेगी, एक्स ए इंटू Na0. तो तुम्हारा ए का कितना कन्वर्जन, कितना कन्वर्ट हुआ है, इतना एक्स ए इंटू Na0, इतना तुम्हारा ए का कन्वर्ट हुआ है, राइट. अभी इफ यू पुट दिस वैल्यू इन दिस इक्वेशन, ये इक्वेशन 2 इन इक्वेशन 1, क्या आएगा तुम्हारा, माइनस आर ए. ओके, माइनस आर ए, व्हाट दिस माइनस आर ए इज टेलिंग, रेट कितना है तुम्हारा. ओके, रेट कितना है, दैट मीन्स moles reacted is this, moles reacted is this. so here minus r is proportional to तुम्हारा कितना कन्वर्जन हुआ है, कितना कन्वर्जन हुआ है, एक्स ए इंटू Na0. so if you replace all these values in that equation you will get Na0 into xa divided by a is equal to nb0 into xb divided by b is equal to nc0, ये फॉर्म हुआ है. ओके, nc0 into xc divided by c इज इक्वल टू तुम्हारा ND0 इंटू एक्स डी डिवाइड बाय डी. दिस इज योर इक्वेशन. ओके, अभी Na, अभी नेक्स्ट इक्वेशन क्या रहेगा, Na माइनस Na0. ओके, इज इक्वल टू Na0 इंटू एक्स ए, ये तुम्हें पता है. ओके, ना हो ये वैल्यू तुम यहाँ पे रिप्लेस करो. ओके, so you will be having another equation Na minus Na0 divided by A is equal to NB0 XB divided by B. Okay, now you write down equation for XB. Okay, what will be the value of XB, you can do replacement this or this. Okay, this is also taking converted and this is also telling you converted, so you can write XB is equal to here I'll replace this NB naught minus NB, right? You can replace that. So using this equation you can calculate the value of XB. NB naught XB divided by B. So XB will be your NA naught, this is minus, this plus NA naught minus NA divided by A into B divided by NB naught. So this is your equation, okay? Or you can write NA naught XA divided by NB naught into B by A, okay? ये तुम्हारा इक्वेशन है XB के लिए, ओके? सो NA naught into XA, यहाँ पे इक्वेशन तुम निकालो NB naught into XB इज इक्वल टू क्या आएगा NA naught into XA डिवाइडेड बाय A into B. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सपोज तुम्हें रिप्लेस करना है NB naught into XB, मतलब B का कितना कन्वर्ट हुआ है, हाउ मच ऑफ B हैज बीन कन्वर्टेड, हाउ मच ऑफ B हैज बीन कन्वर्टेड. तो इसको तुम्हें लिखना है इन टर्म्स ऑफ A, तो यू विल यूज दिस इक्वेशन. B का रिप्लेसमेंट तुम्हें A के टर्म्स में करना है, देन यू विल यूज दिस इक्वेशन NB naught into XB इज इक्वल टू NA naught into XA बराबर into B by A. This is very important and you will find this has very high applications or large number of application in upcoming derivations, okay? So suppose this will be the last portion, I will say last portion for today. So you know what is NA. NA is equal to NA naught 1 minus of XA. From this equation I calculated, okay? From this, okay? So NA is equal to NA naught minus NA naught into XA. Anyone can is there anyone who can tell me the physical significance here? NA का physical significance from this equation.
So like it will be initial concentration minus the amount of initial concentration that is converted.
बराबर, ओके? सो इनिशियल माइनस वहाँ से कितना कन्वर्ट हुआ है, तो जितना था उसमें से कितना गया, सो दैट विल टेल यू अभी कितना प्रेजेंट है. सो व्हाट इज वैल्यू एट प्रेजेंट इज इक्वल टू इनिशियल वैल्यू माइनस हाउ मच ऑफ इनिशियल हैज बीन कन्वर्टेड, दैट इज फिजिकल सिग्निफिकेंस, ओके? सो एनबी के लिए क्या रहेगा, एनबी इज इक्वल टू एनबी नॉट माइनस NB naught into XB बराबर, okay? So if I want to replace this term, what will I do in terms of A? NB is equal to NB naught minus NA naught into XA बराबर and divide by A multiply by B, okay? This is your equation. This is first equation. This is your second equation. Then third equation I will write for product. NC is equal to what? NC naught, and this C is a product. In this A plus BB gives CC plus DD. In this reaction you will be having NC is equal to NC naught plus NC naught into XC बराबर. तो इसको if you write in terms of A, so what will you get? NC is equal to NC naught plus NA naught into XA divided by A multiply by C. This is your third equation. Similarly for ND, it is ND naught मतलब इनिशियल कितना था प्लस तुम्हारा NA naught into XA से कितना कन्वर्ट हुआ है डिवाइड बाय A मल्टीप्लाई बाय B. You write these four equations, okay? These are important. For product it is plus and for reactant it is minus, okay? So these are our equations, okay? This was for, so what I am writing, this is for non-continuous systems, or I could say batch system NA. That is, what is the unit of NA? Na is in moles. Okay, Na is in moles. But for this continuous system, what will be that? Instead of moles, I will be writing moles per second, right? Because that is continuous, so I need to have value of flow rate. So that is flow rate in terms of molar flow rate. So it is moles per second. So Na will be replaced by Fa. Okay, so Fa has unit of moles per second. So Na will be replaced by Fa, and this mole will be replaced by moles per second in terms of continuous, in case of continuous system. Okay, so all this equation will be same. Na is equal to Na naught Na is equal to Na naught minus Na naught into Xa. It was initially. So what will be that? For continuous system, it is Fa is equal to Fa naught minus Fa naught into Xa. Only replacement is N by F, and there is a unit change, mole by mole per second. This is for continuous. You write equation 2, 3 and 4 just by replacing N by F for reactants and product. Okay, so I think we'll stop now and we will see. हाँ बोलो.
So जैसे reaction is A plus B gives C and D, तो
Yes.
इधर पे XA and XB भी अंडरस्टैंड किया, मतलब ये चीज रिएक्ट होके C and D आ रहा है, तो उसका कन्वर्जन इज ओके, बट व्हाई डू वी राइट XC and XD? बिकॉज वो तो प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है ना उसमें A B के कंजम्पशन से.
यस, तो प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है तो उसका भी प्रोडक्शन वाला रेट आएगा ना, कितने रेट से वो प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है.
तो पर एक्सिस कन्वर्शन ना.
हाँ, एक्सिस कन्वर्जन. तो व्हाट इट इज टेलिंग इन केस ऑफ ए, इट इज कन्वर्टेड of that conversion of A means how much of initial has been converted. So converted from A, right? And XC, what it denotes? How much of C has been formed? How much of C has been formed? Okay, जैसे इस रेट से वो कंज्यूम हो रहा है तो XC रेट से C फॉर्म हो रहा है. ओके, तो क्या हो जाएगा? NC इज इक्वल टू NC नॉट, मतलब इनिशियली कितना था और तुम्हारे XC रेट से वो
ऐड होगा.
यस, उतना ऐड होगा. NC नॉट इंटू XC. ये फॉर प्रोडक्ट ऐसा रहता है. सो दीज आर डिफरेंट रेट्स फॉर डिफरेंट रिएक्टेंट एंड प्रोडक्ट. फॉर प्रोडक्ट इट इज प्लस एंड फॉर रिएक्टेंट इट इज माइनस. ओके, एंड हमें वो इक्वेशन लिखना है इन टर्म्स ऑफ A, कन्वर्शन ऑफ A कितना हुआ था. That's why I replaced all these values here. You could see in 2, 3 and 4 with respect to conversion of A. Okay, because we are generally using this, we are not using XC. Have you ever seen we are using XC or XB or XD? No, we are using only XA. Why? Because we are writing everything in terms of how much of initial reactant A has been converted. उसमें भी A क्यों लिखा है? क्योंकि A is a limiting, so we are writing for limiting and we are writing for that reactant only. So we are replacing all this X by XA. Okay. That's why I told this 2, 3 and 4 are important. Okay.
Yes.
So this is for today. We'll meet in next class. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone has any doubt here now?
सर 1 मिनट थोड़ा नीचे स्क्रॉल करेंगे.
Okay. Now onwards, कल से तुम्हारा एक्चुअल रिएक्शन इंजीनियरिंग शुरू होने वाला है. ठीक है. I'll start with systems like constant volume reacting system, variable volume reacting system. वहाँ पे एप्सिलॉन आता है, that is fractional change in volume. उसका भी एक मेरे पास शॉर्टकट है, how to calculate. So you will be not having any mistakes while calculating that epsilon. Question ऐसे भी पूछते हैं कि find out the value of epsilon. Okay.